Aloha kakahiaka. This is Naomi with Aloha Crochet. I am back. Good morning, good morning. Aloha kakahiaka is good morning in Hawaiian. It's so good to see everyone. This is my first time talking to everybody, so I sound froggy. Please excuse me. Let me grab a drink real quick. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness. I've missed you all. I'm so glad to be here with you. Come on in. E komo mai, which means come on in or welcome. So come on in, say hello. Um, you, so y'all know I've been missing for a little bit. I've not crocheted until on my way home from my trip. I have not touched a hook. And my daughter was so funny. She's like, "So, Mom, do you still know how to crochet?" And yes, I do. In fact, I started a project while we were on the plane. Was it while we were on the plane? Or maybe right before we got on the plane to come home. I had pulled out my crochet hook and pulled out some yarn, and I was like, well, I've got to make something that I can use and something that'll be kind of quick to do, and I'm almost done with it. Good morning, Racine. Aloha, kakahiaka. Good morning. E komo mai. Oh, thank you, Racine. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Oh my word. You guys had so much fun. Had so much fun. I don't know if the camera can show you. I'm not sure if it's showing up, but I have gotten a suntan. I've gotten darker while I was down under. So, yes. And Racine says hello, everyone in the chat. Everyone's saying hello to Racine, and everyone's saying hello to everyone else. Let me go back and say hello to everyone. Heather, my bestie, good morning. Good morning. It's so good to see you. E como mai, welcome. Let's see here. Tanya, it's so good to see you, my friend. It's so good to see you. And Barbara's, I don't see Barbara yet. Anyways, good morning, Tanya. And Tanya says hello to us, Heather. Let's see, Temmie, she's here. Good morning, Temmie. Temmie's getting ready for a couple appointments, but she shared me out. Thank you so much, Temmie. You know, it's funny. So I tried to stay up and watch Barbara a couple of times while I was gone, but it was after midnight, our time, when Barbara would come on. But Temmie comes on so early in the morning that I was actually able to catch a couple of her lives. I didn't get to comment. Um, it was kind of a shoddy Wi-Fi, so I didn't get to do a lot. That's kind of why I've been missing. I really had really good intentions, you guys, to get on there on that Sundays with the Sunshine Crochet Gals. And then I also tried very hard to um, post things. I was recording stuff, but I didn't get a lot of recordings done. But I did record a couple things, and I was going to share them, but they wouldn't go through. So I don't know what's going on. But I'm back. I'm back. I know I'm looking kind of crazy. My hair's looking all crazy. I washed it and then went to sleep, and it frizzed. That's what happens. So I have this big frizzy stuff going on back here. It's brushed, but it's frizzy. So it's in a ponytail today. I'll get it under control for tonight. Sorry, excuse me. And Ray says, good morning. Racine says hello to everyone as well. So what's everyone got on their hooks? I've not picked up a hook until I was on my way home. And I wanted to make what is it? We've been working on a houndstooth because I hadn't even worked on my scarf, which I'm still going to finish that. I'm still going to finish my houndstooth scarf, even though it's past due. I was supposed to have it done by the end of January, but that didn't work out. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Um, so I'm making a little washcloth, houndstooth washcloth in cotton. You all see that? Thing is, I can see my boo boo, so I might give it a border because I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I see it, so I'll probably fix it by putting a border on it, and voila, all nice and neat. So yay! But it's so good to see you guys. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe and share button for me. I'd really appreciate it. I know I've been missing, but I'm back and hopefully I can share some things with you all. Oh, goodness, excuse me. I'll get back into the swing of things. Kara, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Ikomo mai. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. I'm just sitting here trying to catch up with you all and do some crocheting. I hadn't crocheted the whole time I was gone. So, yeah, I did not pick up a hook. And then I did see a yarn shop, but things didn't work out where I was able to go. So I didn't get to go, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. I hope so. I hope there'll be a next time. And I did see they have. Oh, good morning, Barbara, my friend. Good morning. Well, all of you are my friends, but Barbara, you hold a special spot in my heart because Barbara's the one that helped me to get my channel started, you guys. And if you don't know who she is, that's Barbara with Crochet Therapy. If you don't know who she is, which I think everyone here does know who she is, but if not, please, please, please go and check her out. She's amazing. Um, Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kara. Oh my goodness. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. We started off in Brisbane, Australia. We flew into Brisbane, or Brisbane is how they pronounce it. Um, although it was funny, um, I kept on saying Brisbane, and only one person really corrected me. And but it was somebody that really didn't know how to say it either. So, long story short, I asked some people from Brisbane, from Australia, on how they pronounce it. And so they had told me how they pronounced it. And then their little girl, she was maybe 10 to 12 years old, she says, you know, if they have a problem with how you're saying it, it's really their problem, not your problem. Because she said, you're saying it just right. She goes, you say it however you're able to say it, you know, and, and such wisdom from a young person, right? So it was really cute. And she goes, but yeah, don't you worry about it. She goes, that's their problem. If they have a problem with how you say it, that's their problem, not your problem. And I thought that was so cute. But yes, Kara, oh my word, it was so much fun. We had so much fun. I will say that where we were in Brisbane, it was in a residential area because we did get a B&B, and so we relied a lot on their public transportation. Which, you guys, if you ever get to Australia and to Brisbane, they have the most awesome transportation system that I've ever experienced in my 60s plus years of my life. Let's just say that. Okay. Because it was just, oh my word, from buses to trains to water transportation, because the way Brisbane is, their whole city area is intertwined with this river. And so they have what was called City Cat, and you can jump on there, and it was all part of the trans train TransLink. Is it TransLink? I have to look again. I should have brought that with me. But you get this, you purchase this little card. It's called the Go card. And it's every time you get onto a mode of transportation, whether it be the bus or the train or the boat, or the ferry, you would tap this card. And then when you get off, you tap it again. For each ride, it's 50 cents. Australian funds, which made it less than 50 cents in American funds. Um, and so that was amazing. Like, oh my goodness, where can you go and have transportation like that? Only where I was, because even when we went to Sydney, it wasn't that way. But in Brisbane, and I'm not sure if there's any other countries that has it that way or not. I've only been to Germany, and I didn't utilize their public transportation, um, except for maybe once or twice when we first went there when I was like in my 20s. Sorry, excuse me. So I don't remember what their transportation system was like on a regular. But we fully relied on the transportation there. And one of the buses picked us up like maybe not even a block and a half from where we were staying. And it took us all the way down to a train station or took us all the way into town. Um, and then we would hop on the ferry and we'd go exploring every day. Every day we went exploring. Um, One day we took a different ferry that was under a different system that cost a little more, but that's okay. It was still worth it because we got to go to another island, got to walk on a trail. And I'll try to share that video. I'm not sure when or how, but I will. Well, I know how. I've just got to take my time and do it. And then I'll do a little caption and put it out there for you guys. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. But that particular day, when we left the house, we tried to do a scooter. My husband was driving the scooter. I don't have good balance. Okay. So I fell, which made my husband fall. Um, we wiped out on the scooter, one of those stand up ones. If I was sitting down, I probably would have been okay. But standing up, no, not okay. And so we fell. I scraped up my knees, no big deal. I was fine. And then we went on the island. We did a hike. It was like a mile and a half hike, and it's so beautiful. Like I said, I'll share some videos and pictures of that hike. Um, maybe tomorrow. If I can do it tonight and post it tomorrow, then I'll do that. But it was amazing. So yes, Barbara. For me, yes, dangerous. So we're done. We're getting ready to head off the island. So we catch the bus to go back to the ferry. And, even though I fell earlier in the day, we had a wonderful day. I was good to go. Um, Sorry, excuse me, you guys. Oh, my word. Hmm. I've got what's in your cup? I haven't even asked everybody what's in their cup. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? What's in your cup? I have coffee. And then I have some liquid IV water. And then I have a houndstooth dishcloth on my hook that I started on the plane before coming home because I hadn't touched my hooks the whole time we were there. And my daughter asked if I even still knew how to crochet. And I did. And so after falling that morning and after going on the hike, we were on the bus heading back to the ferry to head back to the main land of Australia. And we're getting on the boat or on, what's that, Tanya? Have to run. Okay, Tanya, be safe. Don't run. Walk. Be careful. I love you. Thank you for stopping in. I'll talk to you later. Um, So as I'm getting on the ferry to head back to the mainland of Australia, I'm just walking on there like nothing, and over the bulkheads there's like a little lip, right? Just kind of like in reinforcement area on the boat. Well, you're making coffee, Barbara? Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm gonna need another cup of coffee here in a little bit. I might even text my husband, and say, "Hey, can you come make me another cup of coffee?" I don't know. We'll see. So I was just trying to hurry up and get to my seat, and didn't watch my step, even though the thing right above the door says "Watch your step." I did not watch my step, and I went. So after scraping both knees in the morning, in the afternoon, I just took it a little further on my right knee. My left knee didn't get injured the second time around. The second time around, my right knee got injured. Um, I might share that picture. I might share that picture with you that my daughter took. The after picture of after the island. And so I'm still in the healing process of that. But I mean, the trip was still amazing. So, Racine, the temperatures were really warm, really warm. I think there was 1 or 2 days that was in the hundreds, but the humidity is what really got to us. The humidity. The last couple of days that we were there in Sydney, it cooled down quite a bit. So, that was nice. Um, in fact, it got a little chilly. But Barbara. They had talked about it. They had talked about my husband and my daughter did talk about bubble wrapping me after the rest of the trip, but no. But yeah, it was very. So they were experiencing their summer while we were there. They're starting to go into the fall months. In fact, the reason why we ran into so many Australians on the flight there was a lot of them had come either to United States or Canada for holiday because they were just coming off of their school break, and their school break is like a 2 month break. They don't mess around, and so they were like traveling and everything, and they were just a lot of them were just heading back home from holiday. And so we did have quite a few people from Australia and different areas of Australia that were heading back home the same day that we were heading there. Um, I did see some spiders. They stayed by themselves. They stayed to themselves. I think we had in the first place that we stayed in Brisbane, um, one little teeny one in the house that got in the house. But other than that, yes, I kept an eye for them pretty diligently because I don't like spiders. I do not like spiders. No, no. I hyperventilate when I see a spider, so no. Um, few of them that we did see that was like, in a spider web kind of off to the side. Um, they were ginormous. They were pretty big. Um, But like I said, I can see the littlest of spiders and think it's ginormous. Okay, just saying. I'm not. Yeah. Hi, Mom Nancy. How are you? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Mr. Doran. Good morning, Mr. Jim. It's so good to see everyone. I have missed everyone. I really have. So, what's on everyone's hook? I want to know. Or what's in your cup? Barbara says she's getting coffee. Um, so I'm going to try to talk my bestie into maybe joining me on Tuesday. I know she hears me. She's probably busy. She's on here, but she stays busy. She just puts me on play. She just puts me on play and then she does her chores. She listens to me and then maybe she'll comment. But I was thinking of inviting her to join me, like from, yeah, I knew you were there. I seen you. I'm my bestie. So I was thinking of sometime Tuesday for my live. I was thinking of having her join me. Like I would invite you, Heather, to join me on my live. If you want to, you can come and talk story with me. Oh, Racine is knitting on a shawl and a hat. Oh, are you still working on your prayer shawls? Amy, good morning, Amy. It's so wonderful to see you. Aloha, kakahiaka, ekomomai, which means welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Okay, yay. You all see that, right? Those of you in the chat, you all see that? Heather said, okay. So Tuesday, we will have Heather join us on my live. Yay! Yay! That'll be fun. That will be fun. And then I'm gonna go ahead and claim the fact that we'll be back. Sunshine Crochet Gals will be back this Sunday. Correct, Miss Barbara? Does that sound good? What's everyone got on their hook? Let's see. Racine's knitting. Barbara, I know, was making coffee. Heather, what's on your hook? What's on your hook? What's in your cup this morning? Heather is my best friend, you guys, and she doesn't crochet. My granddaughter does. She crochets. Speaking of which, how's her crocheting going right now, Heather? Is it going or no? Okay, so you're working. So it is your prayer shawls that you're working on, Racine. Wonderful. Heather's got power aid this morning. Okay. Tasha's not been making progress on her crocheting. But you know, we all get there, right? We all have take turns in that, right? Where 1 minute we're like crochet, 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 can't get enough crochet, 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 and then you have a burnout and you're like, oh, I don't want to crochet, right? Oh, and you're working on a hat order. Awesome. And you're still working on your king size Afghan for your newly remodeled bedroom. Oh, Amy, that's going to be so beautiful. That is so going to be beautiful. And then a hat order, Kara. Wonderful. Racine says she's drinking lemon juice water. She said, you caught a cold. Oh, no. That's not allowed. Is that allowed? You're not allowed to catch a cold. Although this weather has been crazy, right? So you guys, I left the 21st. I believe it was the 21st. And the next day it got really cold here. And then over the weekend it snowed so much that our pastor had to cancel church because it was really bad. He had church Sunday night because by then the roads had kind of been cured a little bit and things had kind of settled down. But like for I think 2 or 3 days it snowed, and there's still snow on the ground when we got home. Can you believe it? And I was surprised that I wasn't freezing, considering that my blood thinned while I was gone. You're right, Racine. I don't know of anybody that really wants to be sick, right? You know what you need to take, especially seeing how that you travel a lot, Ray? Oregano oil. Get some oregano oil. It's really helped me to stay healthy. You can either make your own oregano oil or find some organic oregano oil. let's see, where is it? I want to say Trader Joe's has a good one, and Natural Grocers or Wholesale Foods or something like that has a good natural oregano oil. I prefer the drops, you know, the dropper, the actual oil itself. I'm not a fan of the ones that's in the capsules, but the ones that's in the dropper really helps. And I take that every day, and I double up when I'm traveling, which I did. Um, let's see here. Barbara says she's got coffee in her cup finally. Yay! Slouchy cardigan on your hook and snow on the ground here. Oh, yes, I've seen that you've been getting a lot of snow. Oh, my goodness. And I've seen the different colors on your cardigan. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Oh, my goodness. Are you sharing that? I hope you're sharing that soon because I have seen different colors, but I don't know what. Like, I'm trying to envision a slouchy cardigan. Are you following a pattern or are you making your own? Tell me, Barbara. Tell us. We want to know. Racine said, I said you don't share that cold with me, but it did not work. I got it. Oh, you did get it? Are you taking it on a regular, Ray? Because that's the secret. Even if you're not traveling or whatever, just take it on a regular. Um, oh, Barbara, and you got yours from the Oregon from your Thrive Market, and yes, following a pattern. Yay! Um, and you're working on the second front panel. Oh, yay! So is it going to be? It's not going to be a pullover. It's going to be a like a regular cardigan, right? Yeah, yeah, regular cardigan. I got to relearn all my terminologies again, you guys. Learn my terminologies, how to hold a hook, how to count. Oh my goodness. So I'm not going to, well, I'll show you because, I am human. I am not AI. So it took me only 3 times to start this. Okay. But I don't know what I did there. I see it. You guys may not. Well, some of you may. I don't know what I did there. I don't know if I didn't pull it tight enough when I changed it over. I don't know what I did, but it's at the very, very beginning. And it's going to be a washcloth, and it might just end up being my washcloth. Okay. So, and Ray says, I'm doing all I can to get better. Amen, Racine. Please take care of yourself. We love you. We don't want to see you being sick. We don't like it when our friends are sick, do we, ladies and gentlemen? If there's a gentleman here, I'm not sure, but we just don't like seeing each other sick, period. Okay? We don't like seeing our friends sick. So we pray that you get better and God continues to heal you. Okay. Yes, yes. Kara's saying, feel better, Ray. What does my shirt say, Barbara? I seen this when I was at Buc-ee's, and I had to get it because, yeah, I just had to get it. But I don't mean it in the way that some people say it, okay? Just saying, just letting y'all know. Let me take this off real quick. And it just says, bless your heart. But it was so cute, I had to get it. It was red. I was like, oh, I have to have that shirt. So my bestie actually got it for me while I was down in Texas. A week before I left for my Australia trip, I was down in Texas. So, but I had to get it. It was so cute. You love it? I love it too. Bless your heart. At first I was thinking maybe I shouldn't get it because now that I know, like, how it's kind of intended for some, from some parts of here of the United States. I was like, well, you know what? I've said it for years and did not know that. But even knowing that, that's not how I'm saying it. I'm saying it genuinely, really, bless your heart, because and not in the condescending way. Is that the word I'm looking for? So and I hope I don't offend anyone when I wear this shirt, but I had to say I had to get it. It was cute. It was cute. And I like using that terminology even though now I'm more mindful when I say it, because some people might be offended, but that's not my intention with this shirt. Okay, just saying. But it's still fun. It's still fun. So I have missed a lot, you guys. I have a lot of catching up to do. So tell me, any highlights that I need to know about? Please, inquiring minds want to know. Um, like I said, I got to see that there was a yarn shop, but things didn't work out where I was able to go, which was fine. Um, that just meant I saved money, right? But I do have the website of a couple of them that I did see over there. Um, I did see a couple yarn shops that was in the area where I was at, um, and they had websites. So I wrote those down, and I might just go ahead and check them out and maybe place an order. We'll see. Let's see. Nobody will be offended. LOL. They will love it. Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Barbara. So I'm looking forward to getting on their website and seeing. Um, but one of the cool things we got to do while we were there, we went to the koala sanctuary in Brisbane. And oh my word, those koalas, I wanted to bring one home with me so bad. I did. I did. They were so stinking cute. They were so stinking cute. Um, and one of them, so one of them was making this noise. It kind of reminded me of when you've been hurt, like so emotionally hurt that you're sobbing and you just can't catch your breath. Does anyone know what I'm referring to? Did anything surprise you while there? Yes, yes, Racine. This surprised me at the koala sanctuary. This one koala, and they were so adorable, and a lot of them was sleeping at the time, different times, different places, because they had them throughout the whole park. Um, and but this one was making this noise like it was so heartbroken. And I was like, oh, what's the matter? I mean, I felt so bad because I mean, it literally sounded like it was hurt, like it was like a deep, heartbroken hurt. Okay. Well, as we continued on walking through, I was talking to one of the um, caregivers for the animals, and her and a couple other workers were changing out their eucalyptus for them, um, and I was telling her that that I heard this one koala on the other, in another area of the park, and how it was sounding, and she goes, "Oh, that's so and so." She named, because they have names for a lot of them. And she goes, she's just started, she's in heat, right? And she was putting out a call for a mate. I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, literally, it just sounded like she was so brokenhearted. And so that was surprising to me, the call that she made, letting the males in the park know, hey, I'm ready, right? But that was so fascinating to me, um, how they called for their mate. Um, so much was so amazing. Um, in fact, I will say that next time we definitely want to go to the capital, Melbourne, but Brisbane, or Brisbane, I should say, um, was such a clean area. Like, I think it was 5 days in, 3 days in, 3 to 5 days in before we seen our first piece of trash on the ground. I mean, it was such a clean city, you know. Um, and I got pictures of different places and things like that. Um, but like, we were trying to think of the our highlights of the trip, right, on the way home, and even once since we've been here, we've been trying to think of all the different highlights, and so my highlight was the day I got hurt, but it wasn't because I got hurt. It was because of the scenery that we had experienced. I mean, we got to experience, we seen kangaroos in the wild. Like, we had gone to the refuge a few days prior to the island, but we had gone on that hike, overlooked the ocean and cliffs. And I'm not, I don't like heights. Okay. So I kind of hyperventilated a few times because I could see through the slats of the stairs. And sometimes there was not much ground between the slats. It was either air or ocean. So, so those things kind of like, oh, but I was okay. I was okay. Um, but we got to see some kangaroos in the wild, so that was really amazing. We've seen a Joey and his mom, and then we seen a whole family that was out there. Well, my daughter's seen the whole family um, because some people told us about them, and then we seen a couple sea turtles in one of the inlets of where we could overlook some of the water. Oh, we only seen a crocodile in captivity over there at the koala sanctuary. They had a little exit. They had a little section that had a couple crocodiles. Um, they called it the koala sanctuary, but I guess in our term it would be a zoo. But their main thing was koalas. They had koalas everywhere. Like, no matter where you were in the park, there was a area for the koalas. And what was really cool to us is, well, to me, um, was the koalas could basically come out of their little enclosure and go into another enclosure, or go into, just wherever, you know. But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. And then one of the things we got to see is some sheep, and they had a section where they would shear the sheep. They didn't do a shearing while we were there, but they had like all this different stages of yarn of wool at different levels of, from when they were shearing the sheep, and it showed like, this is this part of the sheep, this, this stack of yarn or of wool was from this part of the sheep, and this, so they had it all labeled and laid out, and I thought that was really interesting and pretty cool. um so yeah. Oh wow, just so much. That island, oh, what was the name of it? So Tuesday when I come, I'll bring more visual aids, so that way I can show you where we were, and Today, I just really wanted to get on here and catch up with you all because I had so much fun, and but yet I've missed each and every one of you. I am back. Um, um, did you try any kind of new food while you were there? Yes, we did. We did. Uh, just they had such a variety of foods there, but I don't know if they're new to us. I don't want to say. I don't think like we. My daughter and I had some raw oysters while we were there, um, which I love, by the way. Um, we had thought about trying some jerky. They had kangaroo jerky, um, crocodile. I think somebody had crocodile jerky. We've seen different jerkies, but we were like, no, I don't think we want to try that. I'm sure it would have been good. I'm sure it would have been good, but it was just, I didn't want to. Did I what? Did you? No, I didn't eat kangaroo. And it was funny because on one of the radio programs that we heard while we were traveling on the bus, they have like, news reports and, different things like that. One of the talk show hosts, she goes, yeah, I think in Australia, we're the only country that eats their national uh, animal or something like that. I was like, yeah, that is kind of weird, right? So, like, their national, how everybody has like birds or koalas or things like that. Well, theirs is kangaroo, and they also eat the kangaroo. So that was kind of funny. Oh goodness, right? It was funny to me. Like one of the co-hosts on this show that we heard on the radio in the bus was saying that. I started laughing. I was thing is, it tickled me so bad. I did a snort laugh. Okay, you guys, on the bus, on the public bus, I did a snort laugh. Yeah, and both my husband and my daughter were like, kind of looked at me like, "What is happening?" Well, that's what was happening because that spokesperson on the radio said that. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, you eat your national animal. Okay. But we didn't try it. I thought about it, but I was like, no, I couldn't get past that. No. So we didn't really try a lot of new things. I will say that there is a lot of Asian influence there, throughout the whole country, even Brisbane. It was more prevalent where we were in Sydney. Um, but yeah, it was now Sydney was beautiful. Okay. Um, from what I was told, Sydney is like New York. Never been to New York. And if that's the case, I don't think I want to go to New York, but I would want to go to New York just to see. Um, but it's very like busy in Sydney. But we did a walking tour, which was so amazing, a walking tour of the Sydney Opera House. And so we got to see some of the inner workings of the Opera House. That was just amazing. That was amazing to me. Um, and then we took a bus. It was a hop on, hop off type of system, busing there in Sydney. So we did that for the 2, 3 days that we were there. And then one of them, we took a ferry over to some other islands or other parts of Sydney area, but it was like at different beaches. And one of the beaches we went to was Manly Beach, and it was so beautiful. It was beautiful, crowded, mind you, but beautiful. Um, oh yes, yes, Racine, I did. Beautiful flowers. It reminded me of being back on the islands back home in Hawaii. They had plumerias. They had jasmine like almost everywhere. I love jasmine's my favorite fragrance. And oh my goodness, I could smell it every day. Every day we'd go somewhere and I'd smell it somewhere. They had gardenias. They had um, just all plumerias, a plenty of plumerias. But it was so amazing, you guys. No, we did learn of a few tribes there. In fact, while we were on that one island off the coast of Brisbane, um, on the one of the on the walk that we were on, uh, they would have a tribe that would come and sit out there and give out information to the tourists that came through, on how what they're doing to reclaim some of their lands, kind of like our tribes here in the United States and in Hawaii, how we're trying to reclaim some of our lands, reclaim some of the things that had been stripped from them, and so uh, they were telling, there was a website that we could go to help with that as well. Um, I don't know if I still got it or not. I think I took a picture of it, or if not, my daughter did. But it just speaks of the different tribes and how they're trying to preserve the lands and bring the lands back to how it once was, as far as being more pure and not things like that. Um, but yeah, a lot of the different things that we did, like we went to this one museum also, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. Like they showed some of the things that the indigenous people was working on to help bring the nature back into things. And oh my word, it was just amazing. The different things that they're all trying to, even the people that came there and took their land, are trying to give back and to refurbish and to recognize the damages that were done and trying to reverse those things. And so I think they're going to do, I think they're doing well on that, because they're very adamant about recycling there. Something that I wish that we would do here in America more. You know, we keep talking about it, but yet it doesn't get done, as far as, different areas. They say, oh, we want to recycle, we want to, incorporate recycling, we want to incorporate recycling, but then something falls to the wayside here. I'm not sure if that's the case with every place. I'm sure it's not, but I know here where I'm at right now, um, they've talked about it for years since I've been here, but yet nobody has stepped up and just made it happen. Like they want to have it happen, but yet things aren't falling into place for it to happen. Um, and so, yeah, that's the sad part. I mean, we can do our part, right? By recycling that cardboard, or doing, the plastics and things like that, and then taking them into different centers and stuff. But even here, those centers, especially after 2020, they've not really been taking much. The cardboards were able to do that, um, but so for like the plastics and stuff, only just recently they started having those recycle bins back out for plastic. So we have to get back into that. Let's see. Did you buy anything that was made up in fiber? I wanted to. But I didn't make it to anywhere like that. So, such wonderful questions, Ray. I'm sorry, you guys. This is my first cup of coffee. I clearly am going to need more. But yeah, I need to work on things because I've got a show coming up next week. Well, not a show. I'll be setting up my kiosk next week. So I've got things I've got to take care of and get ready. So I took my little orange snips with me, which I've traveled with them for years. Okay. But when I got to Fiji, because Fiji was one of our layovers, um, they took my snips from me. And it's funny because I flew into country with them, but they wouldn't let me fly out of country with them. So I had them for years, but they're like my little orange snips that I've had for years. Um, I knew not to take these. I knew not to take these. These are my brand new ones from my pastor's wife, um, Guggenheim scissors, and that would have just broken my heart. So I didn't even want a chance taking these with me anywhere. So these safely stayed home. Um, yeah. Let's see. Racine said, "Here's a joke in the reference of your coffee. Why did the coffee taste like dirt?" I don't know, Ray. Why did it taste like dirt? And Heather, what do you mean, guy? I'm not sure. I'm tracking. Did I call somebody a guy that was a girl? Gotta go. Love you and miss you. Love and miss you too. Be safe. Try to call you later, or you call me. Okay? I love you. Bye, bestie. Even though I don't know what guy means. So yeah, I have a kiosk set up for next week. So that kind of for Valentine's. So I had made some roses while I was gone, or no, before I left. And so now I've got to put them together, finish those up. Got some heart items that I got to finish up for that day as well, or for that week, because I'll be out there. Because just seconds ago it was grounded. Aw, Ray, you're so funny. That's funny. That's why my coffees tasted like dirt. Got it. That's funny. Oh my goodness. So yeah, be patient with me, everyone. I'll get back in the swing of things. I do want to make. I still have to make that tutorial for my rose, the greenery for my roses. So I'll get that done. I might try to work on that tonight. So I didn't even go to sleep until after 3 this morning, you guys, and I made myself go to bed. It's going to take me a while to get back into the time 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 machine, back into the time zone here. It's going to take me a bit, but I'll be all right. Yeah, Ray, that was funny. That was funny. But yeah, I had so much fun, you guys. I'm just trying to pace myself, getting back into things. Like I said, Monday I go and I get I'm doing a kiosk on Monday just for a week and a half, from the 9th until the 18th. Not really wanting to be there. Oh, thank you, Barbara. He's adorable. We FaceTimed with him last night. He was smiling, but then he got fussy. The kids said that he's still not quite sleeping right, but it's normal, of course. Um so Australia is a day ahead. So when it was Sunday here, Sunday afternoon here, it was Monday morning. Like um so Sunday at 3 from Brisbane, it was 7 a.m. on Monday morning. And then 8 a.m. Monday morning when I was in Sydney, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it worked. So traveling back home on Tuesday, basically I had 2 Tuesdays, no Wednesday, in a sense. But no, I did have Wednesday. Because yesterday was Wednesday for me here. But we didn't have Wednesday in Australia. So we left Australia Tuesday morning and we got to California Tuesday morning. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you. So yeah, I had 2 Tuesdays. I had 2 Tuesdays. We'll just say that. 2 Tuesdays, then went on to Wednesday, Thursday. So that was kind of cool. It was, I think that's part of the reason why I'm a little off, but hey, it's okay. I'll be all right. I really will be. That's quick traveling. I know, right? Time machine. Who needs a time machine? Just fly down to land down under. It's funny because, like, a lot of like on that hop and go um, tour that we took was so funny because they played a lot of those type of songs. And I was like, oh my goodness, I grew up with some of these songs. How did I miss that? But they had a lot of uh, songs like that playing around town, and stuff. I was like, wow, never really thought about it until I was there. But it was so cool. It really was. I had so much fun, you guys. I can't even put into words really how much fun I had while I was gone. But I did miss crocheting. Um, but obviously not enough to have crocheted while I was gone because I did not. um, Hence the reason why I'm going to have to play a little catch up while I'm here. Or, now that I'm home, I have to do a little catch up to get ready for next week, which it won't take me long. I mean, a lot of it is just like tagging my flowers, making some leaves for some flowers that I've made. Before I left, I didn't get the leaves done. And I'm going to try to do a tutorial for my leaves too. Let's see, Ray. Let's see here. Everyone, I need to go. Thank you, senior. Seeing you all. Take care. Have an absolutely blessed day. God bless you, Ray. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you. Aloha. Aloha. Akeokua, which means God bless you in Hawaiian. Aloha. Akeokua. I didn't get to say Happy New Year all the way to the end of the month like I normally do. But it's okay. I'll be all right. I think. You be safe out there, Ray. Okay. But yeah, continue to keep making beautiful things out of string, you guys, / yarn. I should be able to get back on track with everything now that I'm home. I'm not sure how I'll do it for next week while I'm at the kiosk, but we'll figure things out. I might pre-record something for those days that I'll be at the kiosk and maybe come on live later on in the evening. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure something out. But I will say that I will be here Sunday with the Sunshine Crochet Gals. I believe both are on board for that day. Both Barbara and Tanya, I believe, will be able to join me, and we'll be catching up with that. And then also I want to let you know, let's see, I don't have it on me. Barbara, if you're able, can you post my New Year's Day video? Because I'm late. I was supposed to be giving you the answers, but I was gone. But so I'm going to give everyone until next Tuesday to get your guesses in on that video, my New Year's video, as to how much yarn I used in the year of 2025. And I'm putting a little something together for the one who is closest to that number. And I will give you that answer on Tuesday. Okay. That way it gives me a chance to go through and make sure I've got all my numbers and ready to go. And then I will reveal my number and announce the winner. Okay. So please make sure you go to my New Year's video. And there we go. Thank you, Barbara. In fact, I'll stay on here just a little bit longer so that way those who are still here can look that up. And I will try to post a little something on my community page, so that way those who sees the community page will also go back and do that and give me a guess. And like I said, by next Tuesday, I will have the answer on that and the winner. And then I should be able to also show you what I'll be sending the winner for their guess. Okay. And I hope that everyone has a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me today. I know I'm kind of like, at first I was like, hee, and then, but I didn't go to bed until after 3 this morning. And I was like determined to get up early this morning so that way I could get on here with all of you to get back into the swing of things. So I'll probably be taking a nap. I can tell you that. You forgot 7. Barbara, you forgot 7. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you guys go over there in that video and please put your guess in. You can put in more than one guess if you want. I haven't had a lot of guesses, so if you want to put in more than one guess, put in one guess, right? And then I can let y'all know who the winner will be when I see you on Tuesday. But I will, Barbara, Tanya. Well, Tanya's gone, but Barbara, Sunday, right? Sunday, 3:00. Right here on Aloha Crochet with Naomi will be Sunshine Crochet Gals. So hopefully you all can join us on that day. 67. That's funny. 67. You're funny. I love you. Oh my goodness, you guys. But it's been so fun. I know it's maybe not been like this whole time, but yes, I do have knitting needles. So I know, I am too. I have to pull them out, but I do. I'm just not sure which project I'm going to be doing. I don't know. I'm excited. I can't wait. But I really am excited about crochet. About my Lord. I'm excited about it all. I'm thankful that God brought me home safely, brought me and my husband and my daughter home safely, and God was with us the whole time, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate your thoughts and your prayers while I was gone as well, you guys. Thank you for getting me up to, let's see, I think this morning I seen that I was at 244. So thank you for that. Continue to come on over and check it out. Send your friends, send your neighbors, send your family. Uh, this is a family-friendly show. I love the Lord. I'll talk about the Lord. I talk about crochet, talk about my adventures, and just share the love of all with you. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you again. Give me a few days to kind of get my feet back into things, but I'm going to try to do a tutorial for how I've modified the leaves for my roses, originally from Krista at the Secret Yarnery. Original pattern is from her, but I will be I'll show you how I did that, and that way if anybody would like to see that, then it'll be there for you. And I'll try to put some other videos out or posts of some sort. Catch up a little bit, right? And who knows, I might surprise you tomorrow. Maybe I'll surprise you tomorrow. We'll see. I'll be watching Barbara early in the morning tomorrow, and then if you can join her in the morning, that'd be wonderful. I think she's already posted for tomorrow, and then I might, who knows, I might try to do a live tomorrow after her live. We'll see. I got some catching up to do, crocheting, and I feel like sometimes I get more crocheting done when I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So yes, yay. Oh, I can't wait, Barbara. I can't wait. So yes, I will have my alarm set so that way I can join you in the morning. And like I said, I think right now I am highly considering popping on here live tomorrow after Barbara's live. So keep an eye out, you guys. I may not even do a thumbnail. We'll see. But until then, ahui ho, malama pono. Until we meet again, that means take care. And I love each and every one of you. I'm so glad to see you, and it's wonderful being back home. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yes, I said it. I'll see you all tomorrow. Aloha. Ohui ho, malama pono.